watching Prime Morning, and this is the News Flash segment, proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Have you been to Franco Trading Enterprise yet? Well, if you haven't, Nonze Aye Papa, what I'll tell you is to go to them if you're looking for any gadgets, especially mobile phones, television set, tabletop fridges, CCTV cameras. I mean, many more. They have all of that covered for you, and they are even running a promo, so you can get up to 30% discount. Now, we urge you not to go on Google. Let me say that here. Don't go on Google and pick a number, because there are too many scammers on there. You can simply download the app on your phone. It is Franco Trading app. So you go to Google Play Store and download the Franco Trading app, or visit our website www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone Papa Pafi. My guests are seated and poised for the conversation. So before I delve into my newspapers, let me introduce my guests to you. Honorable Timothy Awontirim Ataboadey is representing the NDC. Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm looking okay, and I thank God for his mercies and for his favors for this bright morning. We are having some drizzles, and I think that is going to cool down the heat and then rejuvenate us as the day passes by. Let me say good morning to my friend too. We are hoping for a fantastic discussion.
Definitely.
And you are looking good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. I know that if under these conditions you are looking good, can you imagine if the NDC is in power, how you look like? Under this excruciating condition.
I don't know that one.
No, I'm telling the truth. Look at the way you are struggling to make yourself beautiful. If under NDC, you'll be fine. So...
Hey, 2024 elections, it won't be easy. But we are here. Representing the NPP this morning is Honorable Aye-Paye, and Honorable Aye-Paye is actually the former Member of Parliament for Ayensuano Constituency and also a part of the NPP communications team. Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning, my sister. How are you?
I'm fine,
thank you. Good.
Great. Honorable, I'm your daughter, actually. You said your sister. I'm 25 years.
25 years.
But I was watching a film. There was a chief that married a 13-year-old girl.
A 25-year-old lady can still be my sibling. And my daughter as well, so no problem.
Depending on where he's coming from.
You look good this morning.
Thank you very much.
Let me say good morning also to my brother. He's looking so nice with his, in his beautiful clothes today. Very nice.
Thank you.
I think...
I'm a big man, if Aye-Paye says that.
Exactly. I was in Parliament with him during the time of the NDC.
Yeah.
And I knew him. Today he looks so beautiful. The skin alone tells you how healthy he is. If you see a gray hair, that is brownish. It means the person is not healthy.
Yeah.
He's gray, he's white.
Hey.
And pure white. It shows good living. It shows good health. It means the government is taking good care of him. It means the condition is very good for him, better than it used to be. So, my brother, don't worry. What is happening now is better than it used to be, and there are better things. And we can see the green light ahead of us, and we'll definitely get there.
Okay, we'll get there.
I am better off because of the mercies of God.
Anyway, it's time for us to delve into what the newspapers have for us. It's time for News Flash.
Newsflash is brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fee. Newsflash is brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fee.
You are still Fashion for a morning.
Powerful
If only you know
politician.
what happens behind the scenes. Sometimes I wish we could bring it on the scene, but unfortunately we can't. The segment is probably brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. I urge you to go to Franco Trading Enterprise to get all your gadgets. Is it a phone you're looking for? They have the branded phones of Nokia, they have iPhones, Samsung phones. Not just that, but they have television sets as well. They have, tabletop fridges, CCTV cameras, air conditioners. Look no further. Just go to them. Now, I urge you not to go on Google to pick a number because there are too many scammers on Google. Just go to Google Play Store on your phone, Google Play Store, and download the app. It is simply Franco Trading app. Franco Trading app. Download it. Or you can go to the website. It's www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone Papa Path here. Now, earlier I introduced my guests to you, and so they are poised for the conversation. I'll quickly read what the newspapers have, but do send your messages to us. Let's do it early so we can read a lot of messages, because sometimes we get overwhelmed with the messages, and we love them. We love the fact that you do send your messages. So send it to us early, and let's read it. We are talking about the power outages, and of course there's been the Kumasi 1 thermal plant which has been inaugurated and is supposed to solve power outages in Kumasi and some parts of the north, meaning that there'll be less pressure on the southern part of Ghana, which means that automatically our power outage problems will be solved. Yesterday we heard something that I think a lot of people are not too happy about. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fuel price that is shooting up. Yes, just in case you didn't know, fuel price is to shoot up. We'll talk a little bit about that, and also what happened at the naval base. We'll talk all about that, but let's hear your voice this morning. Let me quickly start with the very first newspaper, which is the Overseer. It says credibility and fairness. Asiedu Nketia warns NDC over complacency in election 2024. Support indigenous efforts against terrorism can depart to the international community. Minority rejects government excuses for Commander Sugar Factory, and Ghana's economy performing better than forecast, says IMF. I'll do the Daily Guide newspaper next. The Daily Guide newspaper. Odo Basin encroachment hampers detention ponds project. That's not good to hear, though. So what's the government doing about it? Because if encroachment is hampering, the whole project, so then you ought to get rid of them. Take them, relocate them. That's it. Anyway, 50 years after establishment, NSS gets first policy. And that's good to hear. Some stories back page. Second phase, Obechebi Lamte interchange progresses steadily. And death of 2 in Temamahia shooting incident, families demand justice. And this is one of the topics that we are going to definitely discuss this morning. Like I said, it happened at the naval base. The New Crusading Guide newspaper, Ghana's external debt deal not stalled. Amin Adam clarifies. J.H. Hogley Transport wins Total Energy Most Reliable Transport Award 2023. Other chief accused of defrauding his sub-chief, and Baumia's flat tax regime will be a game changer. This is coming from Paul Chumberima, and he says in reducing cost of doing business as well. So he's saying that, the flat tax rates or regime that is being proposed by the flag bearer for the NPP, that's Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, that if voted into power, he will make sure that it happens, will help boost your business. So, in a nutshell, he's saying we should vote for him. The Daily Guide newspaper, President launches national service policy, arrest drivers charging illegal fares. And so this, I was having a conversation behind the scenes about it, and it's quite interesting because when we saw this letter, it's coming from Ministry of Transport, and we don't know if it's really coming from Ministry of Transport, because we are hearing that the PRO is saying that it's not coming from them. So who is writing this particular letter? Being told that if you should increase your fare, you will be arrested. However, fuel prices have gone up. And a conversation sparked up. If OMCs are allowed to regulate their own fuel prices, then why can't we allow the drivers to? Well, again, if we should allow them, let's not forget that inflation will shoot up. So we'll discuss that, a bit into that. No new taxes, Finance Minister assures. December polls, Mahama promises military barracks in new regions. NACOC staff arrested over cocaine smuggling. Yes, yesterday it was trending. And, apparently she's also a chairman for one of the areas for the NPP party. She works at NACOC. I don't know, too much going on. There are pictures that are going around of this woman, noble-looking woman. One, Madam Juliana. So shameful, though. Anyway, the center spread where there's some entertainment stories here. Nicholas Omania-Champo is trending because he says nobody should vote for Mahama. Jay's fashion arrives in Ghana, and ego clash led to breakup, says Prayetia. Like I was saying, IES predicts 5% petrol and 4% diesel price increment. And so it's definitely going to go up. Fuel is going to shoot up. Jan explains Kotoko failed dream. Player begs after shining a laser at goalkeeper. Ateta charges Arsenal to stand up, and Danny List Foundation sets Golf Academy roadmap. That will be all for what the newspapers have for us. Let's quickly delve into our main topics for today, and I want to start off with the fuel price increment. Of course, IES has predicted that there's going to be an increment in fuel prices, and we are looking at petrol going up by 5% and 4% for diesel, that's per litre. We don't know when it's starting, but it's supposed to take effect very soon. And we need to get to understand what is happening. We are being told that some of the reasons that are coming up is because international markets, fuel prices gone up there. We're also being told that our cedi to the dollar ratio is not too good, so the depreciation of the cedi is affecting us to have this increment in fuel prices. However, drivers have been told not to increase fuel price of their transportation. So let's delve into that. Let me start this conversation with Honorable Timothy Ataboadey. Honorable.
Yeah, Roselyn, good morning once
again.
Good morning. And good morning to our cherished viewers and to my good brother and friend, Honorable Aye-Paye. You see, generally, almost the cost of living keep increasing under this government. Inflation came down to 23, it's now shoot up to 25. So obviously, everything in the country is going up high. Fuel is going up. The cedi to the dollar is also way ahead of 13 Ghana cedis and so on. Almost everything is going up. The cost of living keeps increasing. And you know that the major thing that controls everything in this government is the energy sector. And the energy sector includes the fuel and other petrochemicals and so on. So when there is an increment in fuel, definitely it will reflect in the services of rendering car or transportation and so on. I've heard transporters who have come out to say that, look, the cost of spare parts and even their daily remittances to car owners is nothing to write home. After they pay the car owners, they don't have anything to go. But you see, the question is, what was the goal for oil policy for? It was supposed to water down the fluctuation in the oil, in the fuel market to ensure stability so that people can plan their lives. Today, as we sit, that policy is there, and even OMCs that benefit from the goal for oil, their prices are even higher than OMCs that do not even benefit from it. So you ask yourself, what sort of economies are we doing there? What is the energy economy that is happening there? What is the real issue? Is this that there's something someone is not telling us the truth? You told us you're going to use gold so that gold is stable and that the fuel prices will be much more cheaper. Today, as we sit, Gov't, that benefits from the gold for oil, its price is over 14 cedis per litre, and so on. So what exactly is happening within the what do you call it?
Are we not considering the factor with regards to the international markets? Because we know that in the international market, fuel prices have shot up too.
Yeah, but that was why the gold issue was brought up. And if it shoots up, it's the depreciation of the cedi That is causing, because you need more cedis to change into dollars. So that is the real issue. In any case, who made the cedi to depreciate after this? And we're told that we're supposed to move from taxation to production to stabilize the cedi. You were bringing in other economic policies that will stabilize the cedi so that the fluctuation will not be going. But the cedi continue to outrun the policies of this government and so on. As we sit today, fares have increased. They've increased between 1 cedi 50 pesos to 2 cedi, depending on the distance and so on. There's a stalemate between the operators of private transport vis-a-vis government or Ministry of Transport. And this morning we heard a letter has been issued by the ministry asking that police should arrest those who defied the order, and went ahead to increase their prices up to, or the lorry fares up to 20%, which for me, it's a little weird because the Ministry of Transport has no power to issue such a letter. In any case, what is the legal basis? We're in a competitive market, and in a free market, prices are determined by what? Supply and demand. And by choice, if my transportation is 10 cedis and his transportation is 9 cedis, you make a choice to go and choose. So that letter is completely useless. And I don't know who encouraged the ministry to write such a letter to the GPRT. This morning I heard they called them the private association of the GPRT. They were saying that, look, they are still asking, and they stand on the fact that their drivers would have to increase, and they are going by the 20%, and that the 20% is not illegal. In fact, it is in tandem with their increment and so on. And that as they are talking now, the Minister for Transport that they are supposed to meet him is not in the country. And that the minister had denied earlier through their board chairman and the chairman himself, that the letter was not emanating from them. So if the ministry, per what I heard from one of your TV3, is that the ministry is denied, then who wrote the letter? In any case, the ministry is instructing the police to do a service on behalf of GPRTU. If you look at the last paragraph, they are saying that anyone that defies the GPRTU directives not to increase, the police should go ahead and arrest. How are you going to go around arresting drivers who have increased fares and who are... I think the issue is that government should come again. The fuel prices are so high. The taxes on fuel is so high. When issues become so dire like we have, taxes can be reduced to account of soften the challenges that passengers go through. And right. I think the government should do better than what they're doing.
Hon Aye-Paye, I think one of the conversations that sparked yesterday was to do with the gold for oil policy, because when fuel prices started increasing, the government told us that we should go for gold for oil. It will help stabilize the fuel prices. But all of a sudden, especially in the last, 2-3 weeks, we are seeing fuel hikes. And we've been told by COPEC to even expect it to go as high as 17 Ghana cedis. And so what's happening with the gold for oil?
Well, let me first say good morning to the President, His Excellency Senator Akufo-Addo, and the next President of the country, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Good morning, Doc. Well, yes, you are right. The intention of introducing gold for oil is to reduce or stabilize the price, as you rightly put. And indeed, it did stabilize the price of the fuel.
Really?
But it had a level that it can go to. At a point in time, you may see the increase. But the question is, if not because of gold for oil, it might be higher than we are seeing now. The fuel industry has been deregularized. It means that they are free to increase the price depending on certain factors that we've mentioned. That is the international price for crude oil, our depreciation of the dollar, and many other factors, indeed. That is why we are seeing the increase. We've been seeing it 1%, 2%, which is not well publicized like we are seeing now. This one is being mentioned because it is 5 and 4%, so it's going to see a significant increase. That does not mean that the good for oil is not actually helping the system. It's helping, but it also have a level. For instance, when crude oil prices goes up because of the disturbances at the Middle East and shortage of crude oil production in the producing countries, you can't say because of good for oil, it won't go up at all.
Okay.
But the question is, if not because of good for oil, maybe you will not see 5%, you may see 7, 10%. So it is having some positive impact.
Okay.
My colleague mentioned the fact that if the companies that are benefiting for good for oil rather is having their fuel prices higher than this. He's been saying that on another network, and I've been educating him. You see, fuels are in grade. You have the grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. You go to companies like Gov't, Shell, and Energy, how do you call them? Total Energy. They sell a very high grade fuel. And because of that, you see that their prices are not same. When it comes to other companies that I don't want to mention, they may sell grade 3, grade 4. So depending on what you want to put in your vehicle. Yeah, so the fact that you go and see somebody selling at 13 cedis per liter, and Gov't or Total Energy and Shell is selling at 14, that does not mean that they are benefiting from good for oil and their price is higher. It's depending on the type, the grade of fuel they are selling. If they want to sell grade 3 fuel, it may be as equal as those who are
or lower.
Or lower.
Okay.
So
because if they're benefiting from gold for oil.
Exactly. So what they are selling, Gov't, for instance, at the point, I don't know whether they are selling, they were selling grade 1 at the cost of grade 2. Okay. Sorry, they are selling grade 2 at the cost of grade 1. You see, that is why you see their prices a little bit higher than other oil companies. So let us understand that the good for oil is giving some positive impact. It might be the reason why we are not seeing the shoot up as we see. Yes, indeed.
So it could have been higher.
That is how it should be. Because definitely if you are exchanging good for oil, it must be able to bring the price down.
Okay.
So if the price is not coming down, then it means that the increment at the international market has gone beyond what good for oil will be able to do for us. If not because of good for oil, it might have gone for at least 7 or 10% increment. So let us also consider that factor. Yes, the exchange rate is one of the main factors that the oil importers look at before increasing prices. So when the dollar goes up, definitely they have a point that they peg, I think every 3 months or so. If they say, okay, we are selling it at maybe 12 cedis per dollar. Now, the dollar is around 13. So let's move to 13. In most cases, the price ahead of what the dollar is. For instance, if the dollar is 12, they will price at 13.
Okay.
If it's 13, they price at 14 because they don't want a situation where anytime there's increase, they go and increase. Government has been asking them to back out from that policy in which they always price their exchange rate ahead of. Because if you don't take that, it's going to dictate what the dollar should go. So if the oil importers are saying that, okay, we are pegging at 13, the dollar was 12. Before you get, the dollar is at 30 because it's dictating pace of how the exchange rate or the dollar should go. But we must also know the period in which we are. Every year in this period, the dollar becomes very strong. And the reason being that most investors that we have in this country, like international companies like the MTN, like the Shell we are talking about, the Total Energy we are talking about, international companies who are expatriating their dividend from the country. If MTN make profit and they want to take their profit out of the country, they don't take cedis. They change whatever profit, the 1 cedi, 2 cedi credit that we have been buying from them, they change it into dollar and expatriate it. And there's a period, mostly in March, May, the end of the third to the beginning of the second quarter is what most of these people, that is why you look into the paper, you can see most of these companies like the UBA Bank and this Access Bank, you see their balance sheets. That is where they publish their balance sheet. That's where they are repatriating their profit out of the country. So definitely you will see some increment in the exchange rate. The value.
So with government knowing that, what is government doing to absorb those shocks? Because you know that there is actually a time that the cedi will shake. What has government done?
Yeah, previously government will actually ask those companies to work closely with Bank of Ghana to get the dollar from the Bank of Ghana. But if it's because, for instance, if MTN want to repatriate their profit and they are not getting the dollar from the Bank of Ghana, they will go to the commercial banks or any means where they can get the dollar and repatriate it. So Bank of Ghana is doing so well by trying to get the dollar for them.
So they repatriate every profit. They don't
not every profit.
Okay.
If the investor is not a Ghanaian,
okay,
you know, MTN, for instance, they flow shares. Some of their shareholders are Ghanaians, so they will take their profit in cedis. But the shareholders who are not Ghanaians will definitely take their money in dollars and take it away to wherever they are. So that is how it is. Definitely, it is going to affect the exchange rate.
So with that, I want to ask Honorable Ataboadey, isn't it time for us to have a certain regulatory body with regards to these foreign companies that come in and, you know, the time frame?
They are Bank of Ghana regulate how much.
But at the end of the day, we are still struggling. It means that whatever Bank of Ghana is
before Honorable Timothy come in.
Okay.
You see, the way we plan our economy, we should try and see most of our investors should be Ghanaians, where their dividends will be kept in cedis. As much as we continue to have these investors as foreigners who come and invest in the country, yes, you see your economy expanding because they are bringing in a lot of investment. Don't forget that whilst they bring to expand your economy, when they are taking their profits out of your economy, you also pay the price. Then the price you pay is that they will repatriate a lot of dollars, and that period you see the
struggle.
But after the repatriation, don't forget that some of them will also retain or invest more into the country. And when they bring in the dollars back to invest, it will also benefit your currency.
But I'm still looking at the time frame where there's a struggle, and it's becoming, it's a norm now. Let me put it like that. There is a struggle within this time frame. What can government do about it? Because you have noticed the problem. You know that at this time, CD will struggle. What can we do? Because when NPP was coming to power, we were told that, things were going to change, especially with regards to the CD to the dollar ratio. It was one of the main campaign promises that got NPP into power. Now we are being told, we are looking at the time frame. Monies will be taken out, and that will affect the CD stabilizing and all of that. However, we're told that it can be done. So why hasn't it been done?
In the previous day, what Bank of Ghana will do is to auction the dollar into the system. When we have more dollar in the system, it brings the pressure down. But don't forget that as much as you auction the dollar, you're also depleting your reserve. And now we are under IMF program. So you can't just instruct Bank of Ghana, hey, I have some dollars with you, I have some reserve. Kindly float or auction some into the system for me to ease the pressure. So it is not as free as we used to be. Now under a program, some of these things will happen. So this is some of the price you pay whilst you are benefiting from IMF program. But fortunately for us, we've passed the staff agreement or inspection just last week, and we're expecting another a trend of payment from IMF into the system. When it comes, this pressure will come down, and you will see our CD stronger again.
Honorable, I wanted to bring you in.
Yeah, you see, talking about the quality of fuel and the fact that fuel are in grades, it's an indictment on the National Petroleum Authority. There's so much sulfur content in diesel in Ghana here than our counterparts elsewhere. The MPEA and National Ghana...
No, he doesn't. No, you are misquoting me. I need to correct it. Other than that, these locally made fuel companies may say that, I'm saying their fuel is not good.
Yeah.
When we're talking about grades of fuel, that doesn't mean that it's a bad grade. This cloth that you see, they are in grades. It doesn't mean that grade 2 is bad.
But I'm coming there.
They are equally good grade, except that they are in grades. You decide
which grade you want.
Even after grade 1,
okay,
we have vein power as share,
okay,
which is better than grade 1.
Grade 1.
Somebody may decide to go for vein power, although grade 1 is there. So the fact that you are selling grade 2, somebody is selling grade 1, doesn't mean that your grade 2 is better than my grade 1. But I decided to go for grade 1 fuel. and it
what
comes
is it
with
called,
price.
grade 2?
When I quite remember when we were in school, you go and buy textbook. It's a low price edition. The content is the same. It's the quality of the paper.
So it means that the quality of grade 2 is lower than the quality.
Exactly,
of
that is how.
So it means that grade 1 is better than grade 2.
Yes, but it doesn't mean that grade 2
It's
is
not good.
is not a good.
But
fuel.
it's not as better as grade 1.
Exactly, that's how it is.
All right, Honorable.
Because if you say the MPA is not helping, it means that you are trying to say that MPA is selling, you're allowing the oil marketing company to sell bad fuel.
Okay,
but grade 2 fuel is not bad. Grade 3 fuel is a matter of choice.
It's a matter of choice.
And affordability.
And it's a matter of quality.
The quality of
Okay.
the quality. That is why when you bring fuel, it must be tested through this agency that has been put as to ensure what we call quality standards and so on. So when you bring bad fuel or dirty fuel, that is where.
That is why.
Honorable, please let him.
We don't have.
No.
Grade 2, grade 3 fuel are not dirty bad fuel.
When is your time? You can actually,
You're a good member of parliament.
No.
Please
Don't be careful where you are.
Honorable Aye-Paye, please let him land. I beg you.
So you remember sometimes 5 million liters of dirty oil that Bust took. And when Boss took it, later on it led into a lot of issues, and then the Boss CEO
oil.
I am coming. Yes.
Honorable, please.
Were you not in this country?
It wasn't dirty oil.
It was what?
Diluted fuel is not dirty oil.
Oh.
Okay.
Please,
Honorable Aye-Paye, let him land, and then you can.
That fuel could not be used.
That fuel could not. You have your
That
time
fuel
to do
could
it.
not be used by any. That's why it was called dirty. Dirty. It is not up to standard to be. That's why when you buy your fuel, and you put in your engine, and sometimes you go in there, it is smoking. Then you say where you bought your fuel, it has been diluted.
Yes, that's the.
You understand? So the grades are not. They should not unnecessarily give price differential that is outrageous, that we cannot even afford, ordinary people and even the middle class. What explains something that he may have to explain? What explains why the price of diesel is higher? When the price of when diesel is rather being used for commercial purposes. And I've asked this time and again, but I'll come to the reason why I think it is higher. You understand? Why is government ensuring that the diesel price is higher than petrol that is being used by the middle class and then for mostly for private purposes and so on? Because government thinks that when the price of diesel is up, it is distributed in terms of its commercial purposes among a lot of people that use a bus and for that matter goods. So the cost is shared. So they rather got the price of diesel higher than petrol. Because petrol is privately being used. Not few commercial vehicles use petrol and so on. You can pick in your family. And that one is the direct incidence of the tax on you. You see, you remember when people were calling for the reduction in taxes on fuel. The call has been made over and over. What did the president tell us? He told us that they cannot reduce the taxes because taxes alone on fuel was 4 billion Ghana cedis that they were yielding. I don't have a problem with that. My problem is that what has the taxes, the overtaxation of our people been used to do? Now he's talking about the fluctuation of the dollar. It was precisely because of the fluctuation of the dollar that we said we use the gold for it, so that it would reduce or bring some sanity into the petrol prices. If it is there, then we should withdraw our gold. We need investigations into that. What is happening then if my brother comes to explain to us that even with the gold, this is what is happening? The issue of the dollar fluctuation. You see, this government knows every solution to the problems when they were in opposition. When they came to government, they don't know any solution. You don't borrow dollars and come not to invest them in capital expenditure and expect your city to be stable. It's only artificial stability you are creating. Anytime we borrow, or the IMF gives us the money, or we go in for, cocoa syndicated loans, it is a temporal, it is just a knee-jerk action. It stabilizes the city for some time, and anytime the dollar finishes, where do we go? We go back to our normal stage ago. And look, he must also agree that part of the problem is from the snatching away of money from this part, not by even the international businesses, but even actors of this government who sell money out. and so on. We've had a lot of, even members of his government have talked about these things. If you are bringing dollars, and the government itself is always on radio station speculating, saying, oh, the dollars are coming, and they are rather telling us not to speculate. And I've said the government is the biggest speculator of foreign currencies in this country. When you do that, your dollar will continue to dance to the tune because you are almost importing everything into this country. So when the big players in the global economy shake, obviously it will affect you. What has been the single policy? What they do is they knee-jerk. Remember when the BDCs were talking about the cost that they were owing? Government said, look, we are going to give you between $300 and $400 million. You remember when that was the first time government had to give them like that to be able to import because the city fluctuation was so much, just too much that they could not. So Bank of Ghana stepped in. What did that policy do? You put up a 40-member committee to examine why the dollar was not stable. Later on, when we are earthing it, was the Bank of Ghana that had printed money over billions of cedis, and that was where the fluctuation of the dollar had been. This is very clear and basic economics to everybody. Until when they were stopped, then the cedis started to say that.
You know, what Honorable Aye-Paye said with regards to the season of monies being taken is not what it is. It is not.
Even the agreements that we do, he himself has admitted there are institutions that supervise, foreign investment. We call them FDIs, foreign direct investment, and even businesses and so on. And what they do is to ensure that the dollars or the expatriates do not send
all the money,
so that it will affect the local economy. Because you need a local economy stability to be able to also do business. Assuming that they do that, and people are not so much subscribing to MTN or other business, what happens? They lose profits and so on. And it also depends on the type of agreement you sign with the people when they come in, and how you adjust those agreements as time passes by. That is exactly what is happening to our currency. Right. So first, the major issue is the lack of capital investment. When you invest, most of what you import remains here. So you reduce the quantum of the demand on foreign currency to import. We are importing everything, including
when did we start?
No.
Now even that I can say that importation has reduced. If you refer to yourself, now that importation has reduced. In your time, you were importing everything.
Let me
because of why they change it.
Because of one district, one factory, and also revamping of some of these factories that we have in this country. Now importation has reduced. So don't go there.
Okay, so
how much has it? Asked him. What is the sugar? What is the reduction in sugar?
So let me read some comments that are coming.
Do you know rice importation?
I want you to go to Franco Trading Enterprise to get all your gadgets. Are you looking for television set? Are you looking for CCTV cameras? Are you looking for tabletop fridges? Well, look no further. Just go to Franco Trading Enterprise because they have all of that for you. They're actually running a promo. So go there and, you enjoy up to 30% discount. Don't go on Google to get that number. The scammers are there. They'll rip you off. Just download the app, Franco Trading app on your phone, or the number is on your screen. Pick the number right now, put it on your phone and call them. You can also visit the website, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone papa fee. Let me quickly read some messages that have come in. And this one says, EC is missing equipment. NDC demands an independent audit of all electoral material is a legitimate call because if referee cannot be trusted, they can be smarter than us. Okay, Ablade, today it looks like you're not following our topics. All right, so this one says that, I'm hoping I got it right. Okay. I think he has added more. Okay, so today says that, hi Ross, please review your time because your show is a very great show, but too short. Oh, how can you invite your guests and viewers to a show that is so short? Your show is good, but shorter than the other TV shows that begin with you. It's sad that after driving through the traffic jams to your office, your panelists are not given enough time to settle down before you end the show prematurely. Cordially yours, Pa Willie, a citizen, not a spectator. Pa Willie will try, okay? We'll try and see what we can do about it. But it looks like Pa Willie has some messages here. He says, Hey, Pauli, these messages are a lot. I think that next time, please keep it short for me. It's a waste of time to argue with tricksters and comment who are born to peddle falsehood and distract any show they attend because they are not God-fearing. Okay, he gives us this. Says, hi, Rose, your show is very great, but too short. Okay, you said it again. Your show is good, but shorter. That we'll try and see what we can do about it. My producers have heard you. Let's see what the future holds. Okay, Pauli. This one, Kwamina Acidity, I have for Ayensuano, says Ghana police must arrest and prosecute the security guards and EC officials of missing biometric verification devices without any tangible reasons to Ghanaians. As a state matter, police must do a needful job. My regards to Honorable Alhaji Collins Dauda. It looks like people are calling for this one. Maybe tomorrow we'll bring you that topic. Today, the MPP will understand that proper governance goes beyond cheap sloganeering and needless propaganda. They promise to transform our economy from taxation to production. What do we see today? Free fall of the city, incessant increase in fuel prices, galloping inflation, and draconian taxes being imposed on the suffering Ghanaian. Instead of this government to accept their failure and apologize to Ghanaians, they have been insulting the intelligence of Ghanaians by attributing their abysmal performance to external factors such as the COVID-19 and the Ukraine war. Worst of all is the arrogance with which they approach issues. Ghanaians are poised to send these incompetent people out of power. Greetings to the respected politician, Honorable Timothy Ataboadey. Please tell him to give me his phone number. This from Daniel Akpa-Leok. Alas, Asise from Zeno Central says, good morning to you all. The MPP wing at the Electoral Commission, G. Mensa, and her deputy should tell Ghanaians where the machines are, because the machines cannot be missing in the presence of the heavy military and police security at the Electoral Commission office. 4 increments, what a wahala. Today, 300 Ghana cedis only gives you a little above 4 gallons. Unlike 2016, the same 300 Ghana cedis gives you a little above 21 gallons. That is how bad things are under Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia-led government. I urge all Ghanaians to vote massively for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama come 7 December elections. NPP never again. Roselyn, good morning to you and to your guests. In fact, Ghanaians are suffering, and if the Electoral Commission decides to collude or with the NPP to steal the mandate of the people of Ghanaians, I swear Ghana will not see peace in 2024. Jim Mensa should allow Ghana to enjoy its peace and not speak. Oh, we don't want war. We want peace. Don't worry, everything will be peaceful. Okay. Everything will be peaceful. Good morning, Roselyn. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I am. Police information picking from the grapevine indicates that the cathedral is going to the avenue where same-sex marriage will be blessed. So until the president throws out the LGBT, this one, we don't know if it's true or not. So we can't ascertain that. So anyway, good morning, Roselyn. Mr. Bawumia says, what? Flat tax regime Apu? Ghanaians will never believe him again. What happened to the city? The exchange rate e-levy, the road tolls he promised to use to develop Ghana. His government took big loans to build toilets, and the rest of the money is in their bedrooms. He can't deceive Ghanaians this time. We are waiting for the 24-hour economy. Solomon Zenu Martin Luther. Okay, so this one says, good morning, Madam Host. This morning, this is my prayer. Father, we lift all our problems onto you. We pray that by December 7th, you answer us by removing Akufo-Addo Bawumia out of Flagstaff House. Rose, say amen. Hey, greetings to incoming President John Mahama. Only him can save us from the clueless leadership. And incoming MP Amasaman Sedem Apenyo. My name is Francis Arthur Amasaman. All right, Francis. I can't say it. Alhaji Hamza Pick Farm says, good morning, Roselyn. We should be truthful to ourselves in this country and speak the truth for once. In my humble opinion, NPP as a political party has no shame. They are nothing but full of scammers. Today, their Mary plant has now become the game changer for government. We are told that the president will be in Kumasi to commission the plant to help solve the Builsa crisis in Kumasi. For God's sake, the Mary plant was commissioned already by President Mahama. The idea of commissioning the plant again by the president today today, again, is to make it look like it's a new plant brought into the country by him and the MPP government. That is why they have changed the name from Ameri to Kumasi One Energy Plant, so that the good people of Kumasi will not give credit to President Mahama. MPP has no shame. MPP never again. Honorable, is this true? Because actually I read about it as well, and this actually came from somebody in your camp, and he said that, yes, changing the name from Ameri to Kumasi One Thermal Plant, there's nothing wrong with it.
What is the name of the plant? The name of the plant is not Ameri. Ameri happens to be the middle company that negotiates for the plant. So why do we decide?
So but the plant is already there, right?
It's already
and it was
it's
being
an existing plant that has been relocated to Kumasi.
Okay, but it was being called Ameri and now it's changed to Kumasi One.
Yes,
Okay.
so, and it's the same plant.
It's the
Nothing
same plant.
has changed.
Okay.
Except that the location has been changed to Kumasi.
So that would be our
because
next topic.
what we try to do is
That
that
would be the
you
next-
generate the plant,
Okay.
the power, and transport the
Beg him
power
to
right
so that-
up north to Kumasi.
But that would
Why
be our
not
next
having the plant in Kumasi, generate the power, and share it among the surrounding?
That will be our next topic. So the
So
NPP
don't
Akufo-Addo
rush.
Olaya government is so incompetent that
I've
we
always
have the
been
men
bullying
who
him, I don't know
cannot manage ordinary doom. So please kindly give us timetable to be able to regularize our lives. Patrick Accra. Good morning, Madam Amidrisu from Yendi. Please, Madam, my question is, what happened to our gold for oil they are talking about? Where did Amagana go wrong? God save us from these sophisticated thieves who only came to create, loot, and share. Hi, host, please tell NDC to boycott any television station discussion with MPP spin doctors because they have no moral principles, so they are ready to defend any scandal in their standby. So some of the words, unfortunately, I will not read it live on air. It's a waste of time to argue with tricksters and comment who are born to peddle falsehood and distract any show they attend because they are not God-fearing. Okay, so this is the same person who said, Pawili. He said, time is too short. Probably we are trying, okay? We are trying. Meshach Asante Ataboadey says Ghanaians are fed up with a corrupt and insensitive government, which Dr. Bawumia is a key player of it. The only way out is to bring back President Mahama to power so that his game-changer policy to for our economy can be implemented to save Ghanaians from this ongoing hardship created by Nana and Bawumia. Greetings, Senor Apenyo MP. Okay, Rosie, can you imagine that all the products Can you imagine that all the products that have been on the increase, 1 for product, 2 spare parts, 3 DVLA products, 4 insurance, 5 MMD's levies, and the minister says what? We as a nation were warned by Kojo Kumse, Dr. Nyahota Maklo, etc. during 2015 and 2016 not to vote Nana into power, but we ignored, and now we are paying dearly for it. At Yebikwe UK1, okay. The depreciation of the city is a pressing issue that needs to be addressed to ensure the stability and growth of Ghana's economy. The causes of the depreciation of the city are multifaceted, including high inflation, a large current account deficit, and heavy reliance on foreign aid and loans. The effects of the depreciation of the city are far-reaching, affecting businesses, consumers, and the government. By implementing inappropriate policy measures to address these issues, Ghana can work towards stabilizing the value of the city and fostering economic growth. Aaron Bebako Komisa. Awuga. Where's Awuga's own? Okay. Awuga Abdullali from Brekum. Government should please do something about the fuel price because I have a funeral at Volta region. Afidegba. The lorry fare is too much, and my greetings to Sofumami Mama Martha Brekum. Okay. So this one says that the NDC man should give us a break. The alternative is scary. Former President Mahama have been in government before and performed poorly. Dr. Bawumia is key to Ghanaian success. Besei Komlap Matthias from Isuta Boem Jasikan. Good morning, Madam Host. Please tell the NPP to leave Ghana for us because stolen DVD from the EC is a plan to steal the elections 2024 from Tupac in Tamale. Okay, looks like this is becoming a little bit the stolen thing. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Unfortunately, today we won't. Let me see.
Time is even.
Yes, so let me quickly come back to you. This one says, have I read this one? Sami Boachi as Amasamang Asamankese, sorry. Good morning, Roselyn. Tell the NDC guy in your studio that the good people of Ghana are very discerning and they will not make any mistakes. Go for the honeymoon economy government. No, Dr. Baumia will win the upcoming election and will shock them and they will laugh at the wrong side of their mouths. Let MPP take the aid to protect or break the aid to protect the free SHS, and it is possible. Regards to Honorable Charles Echampo, the MP for Asamankese, and Honorable Frank Esiedu Bekoy Protozoa. Don't forget to go to Franco Trading Enterprise to get all your gadgets, and I urge you to get your phones, to get your air conditioners, tabletop fridges, your television sets, your TV, CCTV cameras from them as well. Download the app on your phone, Franco Trading app, simple like that, and you can purchase whatever you want. And not just that, but you can go on our website, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still full papa fee. Let's move on to our next topic, where we have the Kumasi 1 thermal plant to be inaugurated. And with this, we have heard that actually from VRA saying that, you know, this will help solve some power outages in Kumasi and some parts of northern Ghana, meaning that there will be less stress also in the southern part. And so we'll also experience a little, you know, we'll experience, should I say, it will be solved. I can't even say fully solved. Maybe we will experience a relief from this doomsaw that is being termed as intermittent power outage. Maybe in your neighborhood you've been experiencing a lot of doomsaw, but for now there's going to be a launch or an inauguration on the Kumasi 1 thermal plant. But let it be told also, like, you know, Honorable Aye-Paye said, it's an already existing plant, so it's not a new one, because people are saying that, oh, it's been inaugurated by, you know, former President Mahama, and when he inaugurated it, it was called Ameri. Now the name has been changed as though it's a new one. No, it's not a new one. The MPP is not saying it's a new one. It's just a name change, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's what they are saying. But let's hear your voice this morning as well. So let me come to you, Honorable Aye-Paye. You were trying to let us understand what the Kumasi 1 thermal plant is all about.
Yeah, when we're talking about moving a plant from Ataboadey to Kumasi, or from Accra to Kumasi, does not mean that you just pay the plant and go and put it there and name it. It comes with a whole lot of supporting equipment and also new lines, that is heavy power lines that will carry the power to Kumasi and the nearby regions. When you generate the power from Takoradi or Tema, and you have to transport the power, you know what it takes to transport the power to Kumasi and beyond, up to Paga, that is our Upper East, Upper West. So having a plant in Kumasi will help us to easy transporting of the power to Ashanti region and the nearby region. So what this government intends to do is to locate some of the plants. It's not just like Hybru, where you say the dam is in Akosombo and you can't do anything about it. Once the dam is in Akosombo, generate the power in Akosombo and transport it to Kumasi and Tamale. But once it is a plant that can be transported, we can transport. If you have visited Kumasi quite recently, you can see the pylons that they are building all across to transport the power from the point in Kumasi to other regions. So it is there to one East Coast. And there's an intention of bringing competition into the power distribution system. When you go, for instance, we have the Northern Electricity Distribution Company Limited that is taking care of Northern region. And also we have ECG in the middle belt and the southern or the coastal belt of this country. Why not trying to bring in another company to also distribute and bring competition into the ECG so that the monopoly that the ECG is enjoying? And by doing so, we must be able to get a plant and new lines that will be separated from ECG. That is not, government haven't said that anyway.
Just to
but
release the stress from
exactly.
ECG.
Yeah, the government haven't said so, but if we move a plant from Tema or Takoradi to Kumasi, this is something that we can do in the near future of bringing in another company, like it's happened in the telcos industry when they brought in MTN and other companies, Airtel and now Telecel and other things, and they are bringing competition to the system. Now, if you want a chip, it's even free, more than free. So that is exactly what is being done. what the machine has been moved. I'm talking about the thermal plant has been moved. It came with other supporting equipment. The whole thing has been established. So the president go there and say that, too, I want to tell you that now we brought a plant from Tema or Takrado to Kumasi. We've made new lines, new pylons have been built. So let them go and inaugurate it. I don't see anything wrong with it. The most important thing is that we are going to generate more power, and the power will not be transported from Tema and Takrado to Kumasi and beyond, but rather from Kumasi. Okay. Even the cost in building the pylons and the higher key kilowatts power or the megawatts that will be transported will also be less.
But the question here is, why is it being inaugurated?
That's what I'm saying. It's not a matter of moving the plant alone. I'm saying that a whole supporting equipment, building offices, equipment, building of new pylons. So it is a new establishment. The only existing thing that I'm saying was moved from the plant itself. So when we're talking about inaugurating the plant, somebody may think that it is the plant. It is the establishment of that power generating house. Okay. It comes with buildings, it comes with transmitting wires, it comes with other. If you go there, so the whole thing has been built. Okay. The only existent, which is not new, is the plant. Okay. So when you say inaugurating the plant, it's not a matter of putting the like you've put a plant in your house and you're inaugurating it. It comes with an accessory, it's coming from the supporting equipment. This is what the president is going to inaugurate. Even staff that will be manning the plant, some will be moved from the existing VRA or Ministry of Energy, and new ones will also be recruited. So it is a whole establishment that needs to be inaugurated.
Okay, Honorable Timothy, for me, you've been in power, and I'll ask you this. Both parties do it. Why do we keep on having inaugurations? Why can't we just have the work done? We need a light. That is it. What is the inauguration about? Because this is the case whereby we have to input money into inaugurations, because every inauguration comes with a cost.
You see, you asked a brilliant question, and I think that if Honorable Aye-Paye was a spokesperson for energy in terms of government, he would have been doing better than all those who are speaking. And yeah, fantastic. I'm coming there. You wait. I'm coming there. Because what you explained, that is government as an executive arm of government has power to relocate resources and redistribute for fair usage. Mm-hmm. You can relocate resources and redistribute for fair use. It's the hypocrisy that comes with it. Let me read this thing, just one, because I don't have time. Mm-hmm. It was written by Kojo Nsafua-Poku, chairman, Dr. Bawumia's Energy Manifesto Committee.
He sent it to me, too.
He sent it to you.
Yeah.
Can Kojo, what do you call it? Kojo Nsafua, why did he write this thing? Such a brilliant guy. Why did he write this thing?
Well, he wrote it for us to know that there's a name change for Mary and there's nothing.
And he said that today the NDC is not ashamed to remind Ghanaians of this bad deal, because you already have it. I'm just paraphrasing.
Yeah, I have it. It's here.
They want President Mahama to be given credit. Yes, we give credit where credit is due, but also credit for a bad transaction. What? Look, when this country, when they won power, what happened? They sent a 20-man committee to Dubai to investigate America. You remember? It's replete. Kojo Nsafua, you were there when was it not part of it? If it wasn't part, fine. But governments, including the Minister for Interior, the Attorney General, all the energy people, when they came back, what did they tell? They went and added $800 million to a bad deal already. You come to tell it. Sometimes the NPP annoy us to the extent that they think they are the only intelligent people in this country. It cost the job of the energy minister.
No.
Please.
Would NPP annoy you?
Please.
Were you happy? The fact that America
you went and added 800,
and we have relocated it, does not mean that it is a good deal. You have to understand that.
The American deal was already there. The $540 million was already there. Then you go and add $800 million.
Of what? They just added it.
Yes.
And that was it. You can't just say they've gone to add it. I was expecting you, the moderator, to tell him that they didn't just go and add. They went and negotiated for extension.
Extension what? It was a build. It was a build, operate, and transfer for the next 5 years. Aye-Paye, you wait. Aye-Paye,
You and add 800 million. Is that what they did? Just added 800 million and that was it. No.
Please wait. Honorable Aye-Paye, please, when he's done, you have your time. Don't worry at
The
all.
fact that I have my time does not mean that when he's telling, he's not telling
Honorable
the truth.
Aye-Paye.
These are even the details.
Honorable Aye-Paye.
I'm asking you, the MPP just added 800
Honorable
million.
Aye-Paye.
And that was all.
Can I
Is that
Honorable Timothy.
Go ahead.
Honorable Timothy.
And tell us when they added, why did they add the 800 million? For
Honorable
extension and
Aye-Paye.
flexibility.
Honorable Aye-Paye.
Read and tell
Honorable Aye-Paye.
what they did.
Honorable Aye-Paye, please. We need some decorum here. I'm begging you. What we do is that everybody has their time.
But that doesn't mean that when somebody is...
Wait, if it's your time, that is why when is your time?
Where's the board that I've
Honorable, when is your time? Honorable Timothy, when is your time, Honorable Aye-Paye?
So Safwa said that he added,
Honorable,
MPP added 800 million
Honorable Aye-Paye, Honorable Aye-Paye, Honorable Aye-Paye, please.
Didn't you say she was your daughter?
When it's time for you to speak, all you have to do is now come in and debunk what he said. I'm begging you. Thank you very much. Anyway, Franco Trading Enterprise is still offering you some gadgets. So if you want to get great gadgets, just make sure that you go to Franco Trading Enterprise for a gadget. Is there a mobile phone that you're Honorable Aye-Paye? Please, I'm on the floor. Honorable Aye-Paye. Hey! Should I give you water to drink?
But you are not being fair. When you were talking, you were talking to me. I need to respond.
When you were talking, no, I didn't talk.
When he was talking, I was thinking that you tell him that.
No, but I didn't talk. I just started my submission.
He asked me a question. I just sat and started talking.
No.
Honorable.
No, he was talking to me.
You had the whole day.
No, I'm talking about
so
recently.
You go to Franco Trading Enterprise and you get your... Can you mute their microphones for me? Thank you very much. Please mute your microphones. So go to Franco Trading Enterprise and get all your gadgets. Is it a tabletop fridge you're looking for? Is it a television set you're looking for? Is it mobile phones you're looking for? They have all of that. They're even offering you some discounts as well. So when you go to them, you can get up to 30% discount. Do not go on Google and get the number. Nope. All you have to do is download the app on your phone, Franco Trading app, or pick the number on our screen and call them. You can actually go on the website as well. It's www.francotradingenterprise. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone Papa Pafi. And gentlemen, please, everybody has their time allocated to them. Speaking on top of each other doesn't give us the results we are looking for. Your viewers are very discerning. They want to hear everybody at a point. So please don't speak on top of each other. Thank you very much.
Yes. Tell your father to.
He will. He will. He will. Don't worry.
Look, you said the deal is bad. A bad deal, what do you go to do? You go to renegotiate and add more than the total cost of the item. A bad deal, you go and renegotiate and add more. Because as at the time they went, we had paid $540 million for the build, operate, and transfer. Remember that the American was in like car parts. You have to go and buy it and come and fix and build it here. It's not build and you go and ship it down. Even what they were saying to Kumasi, they have to, dismantle it and go and repack it. That's how it is. That's how energy machines are bought. They went there with a 20-member committee. Drank champagne, and when they came, they were laughing
how
at
do you know they drank champagne?
Okay, they drank Akwetesi.
You don't know what they drank. They went for a meeting, that's it.
Oh.
Somebody's calling you.
So what happened is that, my sister, when you came back, it caused the job of the energy minister at the time, Honorable Ajaku. That was what sent him home. And the president said he was misled. The brouhaha took place. The guy was so annoyed that he left the government and so on. Today, you are sending the same America. You are accused of corruption. You have not, remember, they've not found anyone corrupt on this subject, on the American deal in particular. You are sending it back to, it was 10 turbine, so they are sending 6 there. to augment the energy sector there in order, like my brother explained, to give stable power. If indeed that's the issue. But the instability of the power is born as a result of their inability to purchase gas and then crude because of the amount of money they owe, and then the 1.5 billion they owe the independent power purchase. And that has been the dishonesty with which this government does things. Look, like he said...
Can we give them an opportunity to try the Kumasi 1 thermal plant to see if it will actually solve the problem?
It won't solve. We know, because when you look at the northern sector, it uses about 300 megawatts, between 250 and 300 megawatts. And when you see, we are also transporting about 100 megawatts to, what do you call, Burkina Faso and so. All those lines, we did hard work and we built them. They only came and they saw that the energy sector was a gold mine, and they started mining it and didn't put in proper measures to ensure that we do not get to doing so. We gave them ESLA. Must I go to the history of ESLA?
But let's not forget that the same energy sector made some profits in December.
Look, even when we're leaving power, and NEDCO made profit, ECG made profit, GRICO made profit, you understand? But it is a situation where if we do our work well, now they are telling we shouldn't politicize it. Do you remember the take-home pay singing of the songs in this country? They even made the PRO for Ghana Gas, also been power or something, to come and every day, he even hold press conferences and lambast President John Dramani Mahama because of this take-home pay. He's been doing it up to today. You are sending America, and that is what they do. Everything that has been done by the NDC and by John Dramani, they never acknowledge them.
Okay.
I want to end on a note, and I've stated it here. Look, the first thing this president inaugurated when he came to power was to go to the Wa Regional Hospital and inaugurate when we had completed it. When it came to just acknowledging that John Dramani Mahama did it, he jumped John Dramani Mahama and acknowledged Kufuor. And that has been their trend. Look at Terminal 3. They've not even inaugurated Terminal 3. Terminal 3 that they are using, that they've shared the what do you call them? The tax, the duty-free.
But we are talking about
I am not bothered.
How to cut out
Yes,
immigrations.
in fact, even this one, the selling of this plant alone
thing.
is $35 million. I am not bothered, but it's going to do a purpose. It's going to serve our people.
So is it a good thing? Is it a good thing?
If per the energy policy and the relocation, it will augment the energy deficits there for our people. Remember, we are in government for the people to do their... Yesterday, you saw the KJTR people talking about lights off and that they've cut their lights and so on. The energy sector is murky. But it's the dishonesty with which they do things. These people, look, they do as if they have monopoly over bad language and over hypocrisy in this country.
All right, let me...
Look, I can give you myriad. One day I told you, you were talking about uncompleted projects in this country. And I said, look, even those that have been completed, because it was done by a previous government, these people, they circumvent, they meander their way through and leave it. And I can go on and on and on. Look at the MPS.
Right. Okay, all right.
The MPS, Dr. Baumia went there to do and said that he was going to do concrete roads across the country.
But that's not what we are talking about. We are talking about the...
I am telling you that these people have a rehearsed agenda to paint NDC under John Dramani Mahama back. Look, when your texts were coming this morning, they were saying that Mahmoud Baumia winner. But the issue is that anytime, and I've been telling them...
How many Mahmoud Baumia did you see win?
No, I'm coming. Look, I've been telling them, anytime you get a chance to tell the people of this country about your point, there are over 12 million people who are voters, whom you people have anointed them. You are not talking to them. You go and stand on a platform, and what do we hear from him? Mumfa sitiana mame.
Okay, Honorable, you're done. Your time is done.
I've been telling my former colleague that, look, when we are talking about ESLA, don't forget that you left energy sector debts there. You negotiated for pay or take. Pay or take, what it means is that when, we can't generate power and store it. It's not like solar panels where the power is generated, there are batteries to store them. This one, when you generate, you have to use it. So when you go and negotiate, and they tell you that when we generate, whether you take it or you don't take it, you pay for it. It means that is what it means by pay or take. It means when you generate the power for you, whether you take the power we have generated or you don't take it, we pay for it. So if you pick, as it is now, 3,600, and we need, maybe we've generated 3,200, we need 400 to take at your peak, and you generated 800. America generates 800. You take the 400, you add it to get your pick at 3,600. The remaining 400, you have to pay for it. So when we came, per the debt and the bad deal that they have negotiated, we had no option than to use part of the ESLA, the process, part of the process of ESLA, to go and as a collateral for a loan, so that we can offset the debts that they left behind. So that we can manage the excess power that we're not using, but we have to pay for it. To sustain power and to avoid doing so. That is why they said they stopped doing that. No, you didn't stop doing so.
So is that what you use the 800 million for? From what he's saying, that the 800
No, I don't know about that 800 million. He's saying that when we came, we went and renegotiated for 800 million something. I don't even understand what he's talking about. What I know is that we went to negotiate to get more years so that we can to give us some flexibility of payment. That is what we did. We didn't go and pay anything or accepted any payment more than what they left. So he has to explain and the source where he get that information for. What I'm trying to say is that when we came, we had debt. We have debt to pay. What they left, the legacy debt they left behind. We have to use ASLA to negotiate to negotiate for a loan, get as a collateral, so that we can get money to pay for the debt and also to sustain power for Ghanaians. So anytime he talks and he says, we left ESLA, you left ESLA with debts. You left ESLA with bad deal that needs to be handled. And that is where we're able to handle it. What we are experiencing now our install capacity is about 5,600. That's our install capacity. When we say install capacity, that doesn't mean that the install capacity you have is the install capacity available. The install capacity available is about 3,251. That is the install capacity available. To some of the machines, for instance, the Ameri that we're working on, which is yet to be integrated, once you move the machine to Kumasi, definitely that machine is not working. So you are not, I heard the former president saying that put Ameri plant to get about 250 megawatts. Whilst we are transporting the machine from its original state to Kumasi, as he said, you dismantle and go and assembly. You can never operate and get a 250. So once that we are going to integrate it and get it working, it means we are going to get about 250 megawatts in addition to. So when we're talking about 5,600 install capacity, it's different from available capacity. So available capacity is now 3,000, and our peak is 3,600. So even if you have install capacity, which is available for you to use, and it is not having up to your peak, definitely you have some shortfalls. But the shortfalls that we have is actually not anything that is too much that cannot be controlled. Apart from that, very soon, as we said today, we are going to have about 250 adding to the 3,000 something that we have, of which our peak is 3,600. So very soon, Ghanaians should try to agree with us. Very soon, this
so
outages
it will all come to a stop. What about
exactly by the end of this month when we get?
What about the debt owed the IPPs?
That we've been paying. You see, that is one thing that some of us are saying, that the IPPs are also not being fair to the partners. I'm talking about partners, the Ministry of Energy and the government, for instance. When anytime there's not a single moment that, irrespective of which government is in power, that we pay IPPs 100%. But there has been an agreement. If you can pay us to this level, we produce power. For now, no IPPs, no independent power producer has come out to say that I am not producing power because they owe me, because I don't have money to buy fuel. Yes, we owe them, but none of them, because there has been an agreement between the Ministry of Energy and IPPs and say, when you owe it at this percentage, we will not produce power. But the money we owe them is not up to the percentage why they have to stop producing power. So they are producing. The situation is that some of the machines are under repairs and maintenance. Some of them are being moved, as America is being moved to its new location. Some of them are, the situation we are facing is not out of shortage of fuel. Because if you open your phones and IPPs to call, no independent power producer will call and say that I'm not producing because they owe me. Yes, we owe them, but there's an agreement. There's a level that they have to go to before they owe them.
Anyway, but they actually did speak
Lem-
about the fact that...
lem-
Can I give some messages? If I can do just one... Our time is up, the Honourable. Okay, you speak a little bit on it. And let
Just this. I won't go much. If indeed the ESLA that we established was to clear the legacy debts of the energy sector, today as we said this morning, Rosa, listen to me carefully.
I'm listening to
They
you,
themselves wrote the energy sector recovery report in 2018-2019. And in it, they are telling us that we owe, do you know how much the energy sector owes? 12 billion. 12 billion.
Where do you get your figures from?
I'll send it. Look, Rose, I'll send it to you immediately after
Right.
this, and I'll send it to you.
You see,
I'm
is
saying
it
that
$12
the
billion
energy
or
sector-
12 billion cedis?
Look, I'm saying that.
I'm asking a question.
Honourable,
Because he mentioned
even the cash
1.5
waterfall.
billion,
This is the
and now he's
president.
talking about
This is the
12 billion.
president.
We know the
What
cash
currency?
waterfall.
This is the
what
president.
currency
So,
are you talking
Honourable,
about?
This is the president's
Yes.
own state of nation address that he gets in 2020.
Let me say this. With the cash waterfall, it actually came out that
Yes.
they have to pay the IPPs, but they are still owing the IPPs,
And
meaning
they
that they
got
have...
Nobody has denied that.
No.
Nobody has denied that.
They
All
got
them.
68 million from that man, from ECG Colted in January, $68 million.
But let's not forget that we have a depreciation in city, which is affecting the payment
I
of it
converted
as well.
That's why it was converted into $68 million dollars. It was actually 850 million Ghana cedis. When you convert, you get 68
Yes.
point something million.
Yes.
And they were supposed to use that to pay the IPP. The president himself stated it here, 43 million Ghana cedis. They disobeyed the president's instruction, went and deducted. I was here when you call your...
We did that.
We did a deduction. They deducted and finally left with 10 million and pay the IPP this. That is where the issue. The money will come, use them for something different. Look, the amount of money will
Do we
lost
remember that?
from the
Ministry of
PDS.
Finance actually had to, ask them to secure a certain amount of, fuel, and at the end of the day,
Yes.
Ministry of Finance was supposed to give
Yes,
them the money.
yes, I remember that.
So it was one of the reasons why they fell short in paying the IPPs.
No,
so that's
they
how come
deducted,
the cash waterfall was
it was
defaulted.
60, it was 68, and they deducted and left with $43 million.
Yes.
And that $43 million was the one that they were to use the cash water mechanism to share among the IPP. They went further and deducted and left with $10 million. This is the president's own state of nation.
Anyway.
Let me end on this note. PDS, if they're talking about that, PDS, how much did we lost they collected 1.5 million Ghana cedis from the, what do you call it? The meters, what do you call it? The receipts we pay for electricity and so on. We lost $1 billion from the Millennium Development, the Millennium Challenge Compact.
What do
It's
we
there.
lost?
These are documented. We've stated them over and over.
It was a free disbursement condition.
Anyway, let me read
And
some
if you don't meet
messages
the condition,
coming
you have
in.
to have the money. Don't mean that-
Gariba from Tamale
The other
says,
one that we
good
didn't
morning,
meet was the
Roselyn.
198.
Kumasi thermal plant shouldn't be an issue to the NDC party and its propagandists. If you have a leader like Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is innovative and intuitive leader ahead of his competitors in an election, they end up confusing almost everyone in Ghana. BMW, it is possible. Madam Host, tell the NPP man to end the propaganda, because if someone did something that was not, why would their 419 government add something to that bad deal? Changing name of that bad deal won't make deal. We don't want Mangana from, okay. I'm trying to read this, but it's a little bit difficult to read. This is the strategy to use nowadays. The strategy that NPP use nowadays to distract NPP communicators. They should learn to write their points and respond appropriately. They have no shame to come to this early morning to talk. The number of votes NPP will get in the upcoming elections will determine the number of I can't read this, I'm sorry. Please, Roselyn, you are not putting the NPP man to order. He looks, please, don't say that. He was just trying to make a point here, so please pardon him, okay? Let me quickly read this one as well. Even the air we breathe, the NDC said they created a governance is continuous. Nothing will stop Dr. Bawumia of breaking the aid. Governance is about dynamism. Power crisis will end soon. Matthias Bosai, okay, Komla from Isuta Buem. I think Matthias sent us a message earlier, right? The Kumasi thermal power project is a significant infrastructural development that has the potential to address the power deficit in Kumasi, boost economic growth, create job opportunities, and improve the quality of life of residents. However, the project also faces challenges in terms of cost, delays, and environmental concerns. It is important for the government and project developers to address these challenges and ensure that the project is implemented in a sustainable and environmentally friendly manner. By doing so, the Kumasi Thermal Power Project can contribute to the development of the city and the country as a whole. Aaron Bebako Kokomisa. Good morning, Roselyn. Indeed, the alternative is empty. With less than a year to the general election, John Mahama has not proposed a major policy direction that can turn the Ghanaian economy to prosperous one. He only wants to rely on the current economic situation to win power. Ghanaians shouldn't allow him to come back. Already, he is a pensioner and should continue to enjoy his ex-gratia. How many ex-gratia does he want to take from the poor taxpayer? This is coming from Sadat Tamale, and that's all time will permit us. A big thank you to my guests for being here today. I'm super grateful. Oh, unfortunately, my time is up. They are telling me that I should go, so unfortunately. So thank you very much, Honorable Aye-Paye, for being here. And thank you so much, Honorable Timothy Ataboadey, for being here as well. No, I didn't. It wasn't so at all. So thank you also for tuning in. And of course, like I always say, make sure that you go to Franco Trading Enterprise to get all your gadgets from them. Is it a mobile phone you're looking for? Is it a TV the set you're looking for? Are you looking for washing machines, tabletop fridges, CCTV cameras? Look no further, because we have all of that and many more for you. And actually, we are running a promo, so up to 30% discount. Just visit any of our shops or download the app on your phone, Franco Trading app, or visit our website, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Pick the number on the screen as well and contact us, and of course, we will serve you. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone Papa Fie. My name is Roselyn Felli. That's all time will permit us for News Flash segment. Up next is What's Trending with the Siedo Akumia. To stay.
Newsflash was brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fie.